Well, Diego isn't the most patient man.
In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. Steady now. I really hope so. What's the story on Montero Luna? That's what I get for trying to be nice, huh? I'm trying to be reasonable here.
She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief.
Maybe we don't have a problem here after all.
Those guys are scared. I can tell.
That's about all I know. Never was much of a gearhead. Good to know. Bert, make sure we keep our eyes and ears open.
Blake responds to Sarah.
I'll take your word for it.
Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry.
Look, I'll trust you, but if any of us catch you on another floor, we'll shoot first and ask questions later. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hope Tech? I'll do what I have to do. He had this dream to become a wealthy businessman when he got out. But I guess that got put on hold when they locked him up. No, that's not any more true than it was a minute ago. All clear? Nah, you'd be wasting your time. Or worse, it'd make them angry. No sense risking that. The whole thing just feels unresolved. A temporary victory at best.
In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one.
You know what? That does make sense.
The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers. Put it another way, we answer to them.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Each side unleashed terrible weapons on the other. And countless people died.
All right, let's see what you've got. He can be uncompromising, but he looks after his people.
That's a damn brave thing you did.
I can give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move. They're mainly smugglers. They bring in Aurora and other drugs from outside the city. But seeing so many of his soldiers die in the Battle of Nera... Enough talking. You're coming with me. You're not authorized to be here. I'm holding you for trespassing. I've got my orders, but maybe we can work something out.
The armistice was signed 20 years ago. But a lot of folks still bear their scars.
I suppose so. You're under arrest. No sudden moves.
Take it easy now. In the meantime, I want you to head over to Angie's and talk to Ranger Diego Monroe. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike.
Watch out! Huh. That makes a lot of sense, now that I think about it. Wait, you're saying it was Ron Hope who hired the 1st. Keep up the good work, Deputy. You sure this is what you want? Well, that's not quite the same thing, but it'll do for now. I hope there's a way to work this out. They're using the intercom to communicate. All right. How can I help?
You gave those boys a chance, but now they have to lie in the bed they made.
He's on the Council of Governors. He can push all he likes.
It's a good bet that starship thief can help us get some answers.
Good hunting, Deputy. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. I know you did. You took out the 1st and made the Freestar Collective a safer place. I'm not going to lie to you. It can get a lot more dangerous than what you've seen.
But those credits better buy me a guarantee that the hostages will come out safe and unharmed.
I agree.
Until we see the whole picture, we won't know if Miss Wagner is truly safe.
I'm not trying to be a hard-ass. I just can't go any lower.
Here. You've more than earned this.
Good hunting. Smart, proud, and charismatic. A natural leader. You might be right. Well, I bet you could sell dirt to a Dusty.
Travel safely.
I don't think she'd ever give him up. If you find her, don't expect her to cooperate. And what the hell do you know about it?
Shoot quick. Don't give them a chance to react.
Anything else you need to know before you get started?
She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates.
I hope you'll consider what I said about joining the Freestar Rangers.
You're off to a good start, but that's all it is, a start.
This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montero Luna. That's right. But there's a little more to it. You've got guts, no doubt about that.
Wait a damn minute. You're saying Ron Hope was behind this whole thing?
Might make them more desperate to get out.
Never saw it myself, but I know it's a large facility, mostly underground. Did you find out why the first was taking over farms? Good. I'll take any stolen property or contraband you might be carrying, and we'll be done here. What did you learn from the starship thief?
Am I boring you? Good luck, Ranger.
Shoot straight. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Emma, would you please?
Blake responds to Barrett.
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech, is on the council.
Well, you've earned it. Look out! I wish everyone was as honest as you.
That's a bold move.
I'm still willing to talk. The worst we usually get is public drunkenness and drug dealing.
Hell, if I did that, we'd be having one of these standoffs every damn week.
Is that so? Mighty confident, aren't you? Was hoping for a quiet day. You always were too hard on yourself. You had the makings of an excellent ranger. I'm starting to think you're trying to get away with something. Let's hear it for our new ranger. That's all just talk. Doesn't change anything. You need to stand back now. Too bad. I was really hoping he'd cooperate. Hey! Nah, I don't believe that. She's got good instincts, she's fearless, and she's got important contacts in the underworld. Guess the threat of going back to prison was just too much for him.
I appreciate your idealism. But there were only ever 2 ways this could end.
About all we can do is wait and see. Well, our loss is their gain. You take care now.
It's all in your hands, now.
Probably trying to make himself feel safe.
Now that you're here, we'll find out if it's a bluff.
They said she was a child prodigy, which probably explains her arrogance. Even so, she was fiercely loyal to Major Hull. Oh, come on.
You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common.
Maybe we can work something out.
I suppose it ain't impossible, but it's real damn unlikely.
Hold on a second. You're gonna need to come with us, Deputy. Is that so? And what did you say to make them fold so quick?
What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
Like what? She's a diamond in the rough, Emma. I'm counting on you to polish her up. Well, if you say so. But outside of that, violence of any kind should be avoided. Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into. I'm trying to figure out how to help you. I've got just one question. Good. Stay focused on the task at hand and don't take your eye off the target. That's how a ranger should think.
Don't forget, there are lives at stake.
Sometimes the job requires a certain finesse. You'll get the hang of it. Grab a chair. By the authority of the Free Star Collective, stand down.
Not yet. They won't talk to me. They're demanding a neutral negotiator.
I told you to stand back.
Interesting coincidence.
They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator.
Good to see you back safe, Deputy. I had a feeling you were no stranger to combat. While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of.
Remember to treat Ron Hope with respect.
Nice words, but they don't change anything. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. Aim straight and steady.
Good thing, too, given the turn of events. Don't know if it'll mean much to you, but you've got my gratitude.
I heard every word. He's talking too loud. Sign of fatigue. Nobody wants that. Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims. You did good, but a celebration might be a little premature. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits. Find out what they want, and then report back to me. You're drifting. It's a hostage situation. Makes my heart heavy to hear that. Sometimes being a ranger is a thankless job. You're back. He used to train our new recruits, but he lost his cool and shot one of them. Not fatally, but enough to make it hard to sit down for a while. Now they can just hire someone else and pick up where they left off. Exactly. Dealing with the council can be tough, but it comes with a badge. I need to be clear on that. Unless the mission dictates otherwise, your job is to bring criminals to justice, not execute them. Gone. Probably for the best. Sorry. I've got orders, you know. Good. The last thing I need is the council breathing down my neck. He came from money, and when the first Cav got a reputation as the top unit, he transferred in. Rumor was that bribes made it happen. Look sharp now. Why don't you just hold on for 1 second? You follow Ranger Wilcox's lead. She won't steer you wrong. He's still young. If I'd known they'd be kicking the hornet's nest like that, I wouldn't have sent him.
Blake responds to Mateo.
I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. The war between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective? Worst conflict the settled systems has ever seen. Nice work. Well, don't get too used to killing. For a ranger, that's always a last resort. Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards in sight at all times. What? No, that's not true. You and me both. Seen it more times than I care to admit. I haven't agreed to anything yet. It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. Proud, stubborn, and smart. A self-made man. He built Hope Tech through blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. I'll make sure Ranger Kalu knows to expect you. Yeah, I hope so. Damn. I thought if anyone could see reason, it'd be Marco. I'm assigning you to Ranger Wilcox for some field training. Listen good to what she tells you. Wait. You're on the wanted list. All right. That's so? Let's hope they can learn more about it. Trouble like that can spill over quick. Normally, I'd praise that kind of dedication. But you need to maintain a sense of perspective here. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't see how. That puts us in a very precarious position. You know how it is. I'm the one you've got to deal with, like it or not. If you're quick, I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. But you'll have to shoot to kill. We're peacekeepers. We protect the people of the Freestar Collective. Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not be watching it as closely.
If you can calm them down and earn their trust, even better.
Good. We don't need any more trouble today. Welcome aboard, Deputy. Do you pledge to defend the people of the Freestar Collective, even if it means risking your own life? The unit was pretty much wiped out, and the few that survived ended up in prison after a court-martial for disobeying orders. You saved lives today. We all owe you one. Hey, I'm just trying to be careful here. If we try to move against them, they'll see us coming. If the First are occupying it, they'll probably have set up defensive positions throughout the complex. Too bad. Yeah. Keep talking. That means keeping your eyes and ears open at all times. Take in the details. Ask yourself why. And you confronted Hope about this? Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative. So what happened with Marco? Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. Good work. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. Something you need from me? Yeah, I remember now. First things first. How'd you get the Shaw gang to stand down?
What kind of message do you think that sends to every other would-be bank robber out there?
I can understand that. Appreciate you stepping up the way you did. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home. Our authority and our power comes from the Council of Governors. Remember that. All right, then. I'd like to keep this civil. Ground floor's a cantina. Upstairs from that is the Free Star Rangers headquarters. Good hunting. Here, take these. You're now a Free Star Ranger deputy. It's a group of civil and corporate leaders that govern the Free Star Collective. Well, that's real damn helpful. Thank you. Reunion security. No sudden moves. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. Got a situation here. Deputy, knowledge and preparation are the best way to protect the people of the Free Star Collective. Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Smart move. Now come along with us. We'll take any contraband and stolen property, and you'll be free to go. You think I'm a pushover? I'm not questioning your bravery, Deputy, but that also means it's your responsibility to make sure he keeps his nose clean. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there? Did Hope explain his motives at all? Nice words, but they don't change anything. I really doubt it. Yeah, he always did like to hear himself talk. Seemed to think he was the smartest guy in the room. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place. Good to have you on the team. Now, what's it going to be? You ready to carry a badge? All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn.
Are you volunteering? 'Cause if not, then you can get the hell out of here and let me do my job.
I'd like to think so. My guess is less than half a dozen in the Shaw crew and even fewer hostages. Damn, you've got guts of steel. Knew better than to tangle with a ranger, I guess. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. To be honest, no, I didn't. The Shaw gang isn't known for backing down. This is your case, remember? Price has his own responsibilities. The ruling body that oversees the Free Star Collective and the Rangers. Shame it had to come to that. But you got the job done and saved lives. But all right, if you think you can do better, you're sure as hell welcome to try. It's the tall building at the heart of the city. Can't miss it. Raring to go, aren't you? Like who? I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. I hear you. I heard the fight. The hostages, are they safe? Be thankful for that. It's a pretty minor offense, but suit yourself. Let's go.
I'm going to go with my gut and trust you on this. Just be damn sure you know what's at stake here.
Good. The last thing I need is the council breathing down my neck. What? Ron Hope? That's one hell of an accusation, Deputy. I don't suppose you've decided to come back into the fold. As a matter of fact, you might just be Free Star Ranger material. No way. It's my ass if something goes wrong here. What do you want? Credits? Fine, if that's what it takes to end this. I'll do it. That said, you did good, Deputy. We'll keep an ear to the ground for new developments. You know what? You're wasting my time. Grace Early? Yeah, I've heard the name once or twice. They court-martialed him. And the rest of the surviving officers. And locked them all up. From now on, that's how I want you to think. If you have to shoot someone, make sure it's for the right reason. If they open fire on you first, then you're within your rights. So you say. But right now, all we've got is your word. I really hope so.
Blake responds to Sam.
Oh, and make sure you stay on Hope's good side. He can make all our lives real miserable. I've sent a message to Nia Kalu, our ranger stationed at Hope Tech's headquarters on Polovo, to set up a meeting. Not good enough. You need to be sure about this. Sounds good. In the meantime, keep an eye on him.
So what did you say?
Ha! Well, you don't lack for confidence. Ain't much to go on. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Interesting. Smart. Now move it. He keeps tabs on gangs, syndicates, and mercenary groups that operate in Free Star Collective space. You don't scare me. What you did was selfless and courageous. Well, I'll be. Sam Cole. Anything urgent?
Guess we're done here.
All right, Sam.
I'll trust your judgment on this one.
The way I see it, you need what I'm offering more than I need what you're paying. Still with me? Pay attention to what Ranger Wilcox tells you.
I'm not going to tell you it's an easy life. But then again, ain't every day someone comes along and can handle a situation like that.
Damn. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker.
Did you talk to Ranger Monroe?
Most in the 1st Cavalry would have laid down their lives on his orders without a second thought. Got a good feeling about you. That's not an option here. How about you just come with me, nice and easy?
You'd be willing to do that? You've got guts, that's for damn sure.
I expect when he's good and ready, he'll want to talk about what happened. I don't think so. Why do I always get the dumb ones?
You run into any trouble, let us know. Well, I'll be a son of an Ashta. How'd you pull that off?
Now we've got 3 hostages under guard by 4 would-be bank robbers. And they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them.
You're starting to make a lot of sense. Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar Collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy.
Don't know exactly, but the bank ain't usually that busy.
You've earned some rest. When you're ready for your next mission, talk to Diego. Or check the board out in the city. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, this is your case now. Find out about the First and their activities. Go where you need to, and keep me in the loop.
Glad you made it. Look, I'd like to help, but...
We'll look more into it. But right now, I've got an assignment for you.
I guess you're smarter than you look. Go on. Hold it right there. You're under arrest. Okay. Where are you?
My guess is they're stalling for time while they try to figure a way out of this.
Guess I didn't get the point across when I said go easy.
Now, I see 2 ways we can play this. You could ask to see the hostages, and once you're inside, you can make your move.
Careful now. The factory was on Arcturus 2. Make sure you come back alive, Deputy. Can't say I'm surprised. Paperwork ain't exactly her strong suit. You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done.
Those hostages owe you a debt of gratitude. Those people aren't just citizens of the Freestar Collective. They're like family. We all are.
Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight. No, it's not that simple.
The council members are the political and corporate elite of the Freestar Collective, so we have to tread lightly when we're dealing with them.
Let's move on. I really hope so.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Emma, you wanted a word?
Okay.
We got a live one here.
I don't recall how long the sentence was.
You almost sound pleased with yourself. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. It's too bad he threw all of that away.
What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm?
I'm the one asking the questions here. No need to make it harder than it already is.
Remember to talk to Emma Wilcox at the Rock if you want to join up. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Now please, get back, or I'll have the guards drag you away.
I suppose underestimating you was his last mistake. They were mercenaries, and that means someone hired them. That it? I think you may be right. You get that report from Autumn yet? Nia says you came on pretty strong with Ron Hope. Tried to lay down the law with him. Don't get ahead of yourself. Your money's no good here. You've got to come with me.
You've done some good work.
No, I don't. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective. Okay, then. Any stolen property or contraband you're carrying will be confiscated.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you can help after all.
You know what? You might be... Wait. No, what am I saying? Just remember, that's outside Freestar Collective space, so we've got no jurisdiction there. Nice try, but the building is off limits. You sure didn't get in by any authorized means.
That's good to hear.
Who knows? Maybe we'll learn something new that'll move the case forward. This won't take long.
Citizen, you enjoy the violent stuff, huh?
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
There's a lot of truth in it. You all right?
You're right. You bought us time. That ain't without some value. Maybe it's time he took a break from field work, put those technical skills of his to work for us here. At least for a while. I don't see how. The facility was on Arcturus 2. You're coming with us. We'll be taking any contraband and stolen property you have on you.
Stop trying to confuse me.
They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They also guarantee privacy, so it's an ideal place for someone trying to keep a low profile. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. Hey, you in the bank! I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
I'm just doing my job, you know. I'm sure you're on the up and up. I doubt more talk is going to change my mind.
Anyway, that's good information.
Yeah, and I'm real busy right now. Talk to one of the guards if you need help with something.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking before.
Step forward, recruit. Let me have a word with you. It's a big facility, mostly beneath the surface. For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. That's why we need to fill in some blanks.
Now that I think about it, I do recall hearing about a group that was buying up farmland throughout the Freestar Collective.
You don't belong here. I'm taking you down for questioning. That's what I'm hoping. During the war, it was home to maybe 100 technicians working around the clock. Grab some cover! I'm not trying to make your life difficult, you know. Oh, yeah? Everyone? I ain't gonna complain if things are quiet. We'll see how long they stay that way. Come on out now. Then you'd better go prepared for a fight. These are experienced mercenaries we're talking about. If anyone would know about these mercenaries, it'll be him. Well done, Deputy. Good. Sit down. If the people can't trust their leaders, anarchy could follow. Our authority and our power comes from the Council of Governors. Remember that. I take it that they weren't too much trouble for you, given that you're standing here. This key should unlock it. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. It's hardly worth the trouble of taking you in, but all right. Come with me. Sometimes their new recruits have a few drinks and get a little anxious to prove themselves. What's the word? Good thing these were rookies. If we'd been dealing with some of the higher-ups, things might have gone differently.
I'm starting to think you're right.
Listen, Sam, just so you know, I don't blame you for how it went down. Easy for you to say. You ain't the marshal. Usually that means hunting down criminals and bringing them to justice. I know you will, Ranger. Don't get bent out of shape. Still, it's hard to escape the feeling you cured the symptom, but not the disease. Hell, that's all local trouble. Ain't nothing that concerns us. Looks like you've got some fines to clear up. Emma Wilcox can tell you more about that. Go see her over at the Rock, if you want to sign up. That's fine. Just make sure you take care of this soon. And don't get yourself into any more trouble. I need to discuss your evaluation with Ranger Dubray. Still with me?
0 tolerance. That's the way it has to be.
Hell, it's our only lead. Couldn't ask any more of you than that. First, though, there's a small matter we need to take care of. Emma, would you please? All right, just take it easy now. You're wasting my time. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the first. Maybe we can still work something out. Sooner or later, the Reaper comes for us all. Fine. Talk fast. All right, let's go. Heads up! So what's your answer? You up for this? Marco had a knack for getting hold of anything we needed. There was talk the family fortune came from smuggling, and I believe it. As for the Shaw gang, we'll grieve for them too. Sounds like you're making real progress. You and I both. Damn. had to come to this. Well, you shouldn't be. The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take a United Colonies base. Good, because I wasn't giving you a choice. Hold it right there. You're in all kinds of trouble. There was a time he was a great leader and a hero of the Freestar Collective. You're drifting. Pretty sure that's all just talk. You're leaving me with no choice. Well, I'm sure you did your best. Don't know about that. But at least he had the sense to cooperate. With his help, you might be able to learn something about the stolen ship. Normally, I'd praise that kind of dedication, but you need to maintain a sense of perspective here. You want to do this the hard way, huh?
And Miss Wagner's call came in around the same time as the attempted bank heist.
The factory. That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured. If you can talk them down peacefully, that'll be good for everyone. There was a mech driver in the 1st Cavalry named Marco Graziani. That and his regard for the value of life. Let's talk for a minute. There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear. Says here the thief had help from someone inside Hope Tech. You may think so, but I don't. Who did you say you were again? I won't hold my breath about you being here to take the badge again. You've shown that faith was well placed. Sometimes you can't. I wish it were otherwise. What's the word? Good luck out there. Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle. So how much do you know about the Council of Governors? Careful now. I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. I'd rather you didn't. That's the wrong reason for doing what we do. It might come to that, but first I just want you to talk to them. No, not usually. My gut says those boys in the bank are just such a group. You better keep that opinion to yourself while you wear the uniform. I can see that. Get ready. Yeah, I hear you. Glad to hear it. She's just a little rough around the edges. You've got guts, no doubt about that. Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. They think the Freestar Collective betrayed them. He's on the damn council, Emma. Now please, stand back. That's not how we do things here. Now this will be easier if you come in an orderly fashion. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. They're not thinking straight. Well, I'll be damned. Sam Coe. Been a long time. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed. For nothing. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? The fertilizer must have done something to make the soil valuable to him. I can't deny that you're right, though. They might not see that coming. Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. Diego's a little rough around the edges, but he's loyal and as tough as they come. No, it doesn't. Just raises more questions. If you can save those hostages, this whole city will be in your debt. Hell, that works for me. All right, we'll play it your way. When you're ready to introduce yourself, just let me know. You got results, and that's what matters most. There's also a back door. I'll be the judge of that. What's the word? For the others, though, you might get a different reception. All right, I'm willing to hear you out. I'm still listening. Yeah, actually, it's coming to me. Duty has to come before personal feelings. Ain't nothing personal. Your priority is to gather more intel about the 1st. What are they planning? Who are they working for? Where are they headquartered? This isn't getting us anywhere, but whoever hired the 1st is still out there. And they might not give up so easily. Hopefully it's enough. Hate to use force, but I've got a duty. Good. That gives us something to go on. They use the planet's geothermal vents to power the smelting of metal for the mechs. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. Well, at least not on the scale of a bank robbery. Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation. What's going on here? Come to turn yourself in? Those Shaw gang folks are still holed up inside with hostages. I'm in a real bind here. I think... No. Stop it. You're trying to confuse me. I need a word. You've already ruled out one of them, so that leaves us with only one option. We have to free the hostages by taking out their captors. Having trouble focusing? Hope Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I ain't got time for this. Be ready for a fight, Deputy. Maybe that's not possible. Maybe so. Are you seriously asking me that? Let's talk. Makes sense. I reckon he figures he's spent enough time there already. That ain't for you to decide. I want you focused on the job at hand, not on a promotion. You've already had a glimpse of what we deal with. Glad you got a chance to meet him. You should have been. We're not just here to shoot the bad guys. It's a sad story, and I sympathize to a point. That has a familiar ring to it. I'm glad you understand that. If that's true, then someone must have hired them. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Proud, stubborn, and smart. Self-made man. He built Hope Tech through blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. It was a bloodbath. Don't know what you're talking about. Watch it! Anyone who's in it to be loved should find a new line of work. Done this kind of work before, huh? Good. I'll feel a lot better about sending in a professional. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to. Well, I'm a little busy right now, so if you don't mind, I need you to hang back. In other words, you ain't going to get a warm welcome, so be careful. Yeah, I saw the report. They ran into a lot more trouble than they were expecting by the sound of it. If it's any consolation, I feel the same. At least I ain't gonna be bored. I can see that. Hold on. You're trying to confuse me, aren't you? Sorry, but I can't. Emma! I take it you're here because you're satisfied that our new recruit can handle the job. Well, I've got no cause to doubt you as long as you get results. You might be right. He might not be much for conversation, but there's nobody I'd rather have at my side in a firefight. Don't mistake being reasonable for being a pushover. I really doubt it. I think something broke in him that day. You've made good progress.